What's going on, everybody? How you doing? I hope you're doing well. Yes, I'm recording these videos back to back. That's why I got the same dope shirt on, baby. So the last video I did was where I ranked my top 5 BTS songs of all time. I know that I probably got a couple people who are upset with me for making that video because I always have people upset with me with no matter what I do. I could just be like, hey, I like this song. Well, you're stupid. I don't really like this song. You're really stupid. Like, you can't really win with certain people. And that's not why I make these videos anyway. I know that I'm going to get some real hate for this one though. So this is a video where I've been warned. I have actually been warned by the positive side of this fan base to not do this video. Just like how you guys told me to do Expensive Girl and I did it anyway, I'm doing this one anyway because I don't care. I don't care about my dislike ratio. I don't care about anything. This is so dumb. This is so stupid. Why am I doing this to myself? I am ranking the BTS members today. I am ranking the BTS members from least favorite to favorite. Yes, I am doing it. I know I shouldn't do it, but I'm doing it anyway. Now, when I say least favorite, please understand that least favorite is with quotations because I don't necessarily have a least favorite, as in like a member I dislike. You know what I mean? Like, I don't dislike any of them. I actually love all of them. I think they're great. I think they're all talented in their own right, in their own way. I respect each and every one of them and their hard work ethic. And I actually have a lot of love for the fan base too. You guys have shown me a lot of support and a lot of love, and you guys kind of been the thing that has held my channel down, you know, for the toughest times that I've gone through, where I haven't been able to get uploads out. You guys have held me down. You guys have brought people in. You guys have supported me and spread my name. So I appreciate you guys. I appreciate the group. If it wasn't for BTS, I'd still probably have 1,000 subscribers. I don't know. You know, so I'm forever thankful for them and the support behind them. My number 7 member would have to be Jin. A lot of you guys who are Jin biases are going to hate me. I understand. But the only reason why I rank Jin this way is because of who I am as a person. He just doesn't like resonate with me with a lot of things that he does. Like, when they do things, my attention is taken somewhere else, so I don't get to see him. So it's not necessarily like something he does that averts my eye or something that he does that I dislike. It's something that when it's like when he's doing something, somebody else is always already doing the same thing, and my eye happens to catch what they did rather than what he did or what he's doing. And I think that's a lot of times because for some odd reason, he's always like in the back left or back right. Like, he's not always in the back, but he seems like he's never really front and center, like enough for me to really be focused on him a lot. And I think that's part of the reason why I had to put him at number 7, is because for some reason my eyes just never are focused on him. And that's, like I said, that's because of who I am as a person, not because of who he is, like he did anything wrong. But you know, like, he's still worldwide handsome, you know, so I can't say that, you know, he did anything to where it's like, oh yeah, I hate the guy. No, it's just that he happens to be doing something that a lot of other people are doing who always end up catching my attention for some reason or another. It doesn't make him any less of a performer or a dancer, you know, or anything like that. It doesn't make him any less of a great singer or artist or whatever he, you know, happens to be doing at the time. It's just because of who I am as a person that he happened to be ranked number 7.
And I'm worldwide the handsome.
So my number 6 member, oh, you guys are really gonna be mad at me for this one. I had to give it to Tae. Now, I didn't want to give it to Tae, but I kind of had to give it to Tae. Taehyung, the only reason why he's number 6 is just because of who he's up against. Because anybody above this point has caught my attention so much at a certain point where I thought that they were my favorite, you know, for a period of time. So it's like, with him being the youngest member though, he's still got a bright future ahead of him, and he's still got a lot of time to, you know, dig his claws into me and snatch me away from who I happen to like at the time. And the only reason why I had to place him below who he's placed with is because I couldn't necessarily make him tie with him, if that makes sense. And you'll understand when I get to him. But yeah, that's the only reason why I couldn't really make him tie. Is the reason why he has to be number 6. Even though Singularity stands out as one of my favorite like songs of all time, like actual favorite songs, Singularity is fire. Like, if I had to pick like a top charts of songs, his would definitely be up there, you know, amongst my favorite songs of all time, because it was so fire. So it's like, you know, he's got like the deep voice, deep, sultry, smooth voice. His singing, he's got such a great vocal range. He's got such a hard work ethic about him, just like the other members. He's going for a different style, and that's something I really appreciate about him, is that he really is doing his own thing and going for his own sound when it comes to his singing voice. That's one of the main things that really catches me about him as an artist, and one of the things I really appreciate about him the most. So without getting too wrapped up with my number 6, we'll move on to the homie on number 5. Number 5 is Jungkook. Now, Jungkook is probably number 1 on my mom's list. You know what I mean? Like, as you guys know, he's the one who had my mom Jungshook. So, even though my mom is a super cougar for the guy, you know, he's young, he's dangerous, he can dance, he can sing, he can do, like, he's the one who's good at everything. I remember watching a video called Jungkook is Good at Everything. And he was good at hitting the baseball. He was good at, I think he was like playing dodgeball. He did like a whole bunch of stuff and was good at it off the first rip. And I was like dang, like this dude is mad athletic. Like he's super duper athletic. And I didn't know that, but that really resonates with me as a fellow athlete, because I'm like, dang, I want to play ball with this dude. Like I want to go, you know, I want to hit some baseballs with you too. I want to see who's better, who's faster on the track. You know, I love to do that. So it's like, I don't know. I think part of it is not only the fact that his choreography from Dope happens to be some of my favorite choreography ever. That's one of the reasons why I placed him where I placed him. The fact that he's good at everything, like he's so talented. The fact that he's got them deadly looks. He can kill you with that look. He's all around. Like he's like an overall package deal of a person, of an artist. So it's like you want an artist who can sing, you got him. You want an artist who can dance, you got him. You want an artist who look good, you got him. You want an artist who can be good on and off the stage, you got him. You know, so he's like a real good all around package deal. And then he's also very young as well. You know, him and Taehyung being the 2 youngest members. So it's like he's got such a bright future with him as well. But I want to say the main reason why I rated him above Tae was mainly because of that choreography. That was really what did it for me. Him hitting that choreography the way he did, it just touched my heart and my soul. My number 4 member, you guys will start to see as I get to like number 3. You're going to be like, oh, well, I know the order. After you hear number 4, you're going to know the order. My number 4 is Suga. Suga is my number 4 favorite member. Mainly, I want to say like August D really did it for me. Really solidified him with like his style and intensity when it comes to him rapping. It really like hit me so hard. His style of rapping was just like, this dude is the truth. And his song was actually one of the songs that actually like beat it into my head that music doesn't necessarily need the language to make you enjoy it. You know, like I enjoyed the music before I heard August D, but August D was like, this is the first actual real hardcore rap song that I listened to that wasn't in English, and I was still like, oh shoot, he's killing it. Music has no language barriers. It has no boundaries. It can touch anybody from anywhere, no matter who's hearing it, and that meant a lot to me to actually have that breakthrough while listening to that song. Now I know I should have had that breakthrough when I heard the last, but I was distracted at the time, so I couldn't really pay attention to that. I know you guys remember that video where I went live. So the people who were there at the time when we were doing the live, they were cool, but the people who watched it after were upset because we weren't paying attention to the song, we were paying attention to the live. One of the biggest things about Suga to me is his personality and his work ethic. His personality being like very introverted and real standoffish. I love that about him because, believe it or not, that's how I am and how I've always been. I live in the country, like I live in the countryside of Ohio. So not a lot of people live out here, and I don't go to the city often. I don't talk to people. I don't have a lot of friends. That's why I do most of my videos with Josh and my mom, because I don't have a lot of friends. I don't talk to a lot of people, and I'm cool. I don't go to parties. I don't go to clubs. I'm very standoffish, and when I go to clubs and when I'm out like with a social event, I'm very standoffish and I don't want to be bothered with nobody. I just want to stay at home and do my work. I want to do my videos. I want to work hard. I want to do everything that I'm supposed to do, that I'm capable of doing. And if I don't do them, I'm very hard on myself, just like he is. So that's one of the things, is that realizing that he is a person who's battled depression like I have, who's very hardworking like I am, who's super determined like I am, who will put his just sole focus into being the best that he can be, but he's still like antisocial and introverted and focused on himself. And when I listen to his music and I see how intense he is, I'm like, that's who you are as a person. You're very intense. Just like I'm a little more of just outgoing than I seem to come off as, especially with the fact that I don't tend to be really bubbly like my mom is. You know, my mom is super out there where I'm just kind of more chill. But I do relate to him on the fact that you have that intensity in you that I really love when he brings it out, because it makes me feel like that's I feel you on that spiritual level of being intense but only letting it out at certain times. And when he lets it out in his music, I feel it to the fullest extent. So in all reality, like, he should be ranked higher, but the only reason he's number 4 is just because of who he's up against as well. My number 3 favorite member of BTS is J-Hope. J-Hope he's got to be number 3 just because of how he can make you smile no matter what. J-Hope is probably the one who you would turn to laugh, or to be happy, or to have great energy, great positivity. He is that guy for me when it comes to BTS. Like, you see his smile and it makes you smile. And he's always smiling. Even when he's dancing, you can see him crack a smile at you, or just being his goofy self. In the Try Not to Laugh challenges, he was the one who always got me. When it came to neuters, when it came to when it came to any of the things that it came for J-Hope, he's the one who puts a smile on your face. And when it comes to a world that's so sad and depressing as ours, and when so many of us are battling depression and fighting to be happy, when you have a guy like this who can just make you happy every time you see him, it just means the world. And that's not even including the fact that he is probably the best hip-hop dancer in the group. Like, with him and Chicken Noodle Soup, he slayed that, and he has such a big, great audience and such a positive like image in the song. It just made you happy want to get up and dance. He's got that sweet rapping skills that it'll catch you off guard, because it caught me off guard because I didn't expect it when he hit me with that. I think it was in Dang, I believe, when he hit me with some lyrics, and I was like, whoa, like, is that the homie J-Hope? To sum up J-Hope, it is just, he is everything that you will want to just be happy and to love about the positive energy. He is like the embodiment of positive energy when it comes to BTS. And Sprite! and that's why he's my number 3. So we'll move up to number 2. As you can see, you know who my number 2 members are, but my number 2 has to go to the homie RM. RM is the embodiment of swag when it comes to the group. If J-Hope is the embodiment of positive energy and laughs and just joy, then RM is definitely the embodiment of swag and just utter just slick. He just is that dude. Like, he walks with the big dick energy. Like, he is that dude, and he talks with it, he rap with it, he sing with it, he walk with it. I don't know if I said he walk with it already. He run with it. He performed with it, he danced with it. He just is the embodiment of style. When I saw him speak at the UN, I was like, dang, like, this dude is super poised and just proper, and just, he stands so tall. Like, he like is like a leader. Like, he stands with his chest out, but he don't got his chest out. He's just standing up. And you just see him, and the fact that he knows the language that he knows, the fact that he's so intelligent. And I love that about him. And one of my favorite things about him is the fact that he breaks everything that he touches. I saw him break so many things, especially in that telephone booth. We kept breaking the door or whatever. Like, he broke like so many different things in that video. I was like, how? But my favorite thing is about the fact that he couldn't get a handshake for the longest time. Like, the fact that was a meme where he was just like he couldn't get no dap. Like, I can't believe he couldn't get no dap. Who don't want to dap up the homie? So, like, RM is just, he's the GOAT, man. He's got so many things about him that you gotta love about him, and if you don't love him, you respect him. So that's why he's gotta be number 2. He's gotta be up there on the list. And as you guys already know, my number 1 favorite member of BTS, whether you hate me or love me, is Jimin. Jimin is the dude who got me into BTS. He was the one who shook me and stopped me and made me pause and go on a rant about his beauty and the way that he had his neck like this and was looking at the sun but was looking at me at the same time. He looked like he smelled like roses and tulips at the same time. A toes? A rulip? Yeah, one of those. Pick one. That's what he smells like. He roses and tulips all day long. And like, he just struck me in that fake love video. I'm like, who is this cat? And why does he look like an angel sent from above to just attack you from the TV screen or the monitor screen or the phone screen or the laptop screen or the tablet that you watching? No matter what it is, he just look elegant on it. It don't matter what he's wearing, he look elegant in it. I love the way that he's able to dance. Like, he does contemporary so well, but he also does hip hop so well. And his moves, he hits his moves in such a style. It's always elegant, but it's vicious at times too. Like, and it's like, it'll always make you go like, dang, like, and then the fact he dances in boots and shoes and feet and socks, and it don't matter, like, he's dancing just about anything in any way. Dude has a crazy range with his singing voice. Like, now it's not like a range like Tay's range, because Tay can hit high and low notes, but Jimin hits some crazy high notes at times, and it'll make you be like, oh my god, like, he can kill that. One of the reasons, like, you know, I can rant forever about his looks. I can rant forever about how he will stop you in your tracks and make you just stare at him until he makes a move, and then you just want to look at what move he does. You can talk about that all day long. You're talking about how he dances, his choreography, how good he is at it, how talented he is when it comes to his singing and his dancing, his attitude towards himself, the fact that he's like his biggest critic, and he's the one who's constantly putting pressure on himself to do better or to do good, because for him, good isn't good enough. If he messes up on one note, he's mad at himself. If he messes up on one move, he's mad at himself. And he'll practice and practice and practice. He's like, I need more practice, I need more work, I need to do better constantly. And he's putting that pressure on himself, and it makes me feel bad at times, but it also makes me relate to him in, like, once again, like I said, like Suga, in a spiritual way. Like, I feel you, man, on, like, I feel you so much because I am the same way. Maybe he just wants to do better. You know, he has this image of himself in his head and he wants to outdo it. You know, at least that's how I see it. And so I think that reflects a lot in a lot of us with how unsatisfied we are with ourselves or our lives. You know, I think that reflects on us in a big way, because a lot of us are, we can relate to that. We're very hard on ourselves. A lot of our critics are ourselves, you know. And I know you guys feel the same way too. A lot of you guys have told me that you guys are really hard on yourselves and you beat yourself up all the time with things that just aren't that serious sometimes. Sometimes at school you got a bad grade, or you did something bad at a sporting event, or you just, you know, you want to be a bigger, better supporter. You want to do more for somebody. You couldn't help a friend. A lot of you guys are really hard on yourselves about that, and so am I. So I think we all can relate to Jimin on that aspect. He just is like my original OG. And he's so eye-catching, the way he attacks choreography, the way he attacks a routine, the way he attacks a song. He attacks you every time you see him. And even when you hear him, sometimes you won't see him, but you'll hear him, and it's like, that's Jimin. Jimin is actually the first one that I could relate to y'all on the manner where I knew a member by the way they sounded. And it was the first time where I used to make fun of y'all about it, but I could relate. Like, dang, like, I used to make fun of them about this, and now I'm the same. Like, I can hear RM too, and I'll be like, that's the homie RM right there. You know, that's the homie Suge right there. But when Jimin hits a note, I'm like, that's the homie Jimin right there. I know him. When I hear him, I can smell that man's, you know. And it's just like, to this day, I don't even know where I did. My Jimin bath bomb is like sitting on my shelf over there, and I still haven't used it. I'm waiting for a day. I think I might use it like on my birthday or something. I'm gonna use it. Can't nobody had that. That's me. All the other bath bombs I gave away, but that Jimin one, that's me right there. But yeah, I had to go on a tangent about my top 3 because, you know, there was a lot to say and explain myself as to why I felt the way I felt. That's my top 7. Well, my ranking of the BTS members from least favorite to favorite, I guess, or non-biased to bias. whatever makes you feel better. You know, I don't like using the word least favorite because that assumes like it's got negative connotations to it, as if I don't like a member. But no, that's not really the way I feel about it. So whether you hate me or love me for my member rankings, if you disagree with me, I'd love to hear why. I know all of you guys have different biases and different members who mean something to you for what reason. But I wanted to make sure you guys understood I wasn't just making this video just to be like, oh, I like him because he's cool or nothing like that. Like each member has a reason and specific place in my heart for why they're there. And that's why I decided to do this video, is because it was like, I feel like if you are just genuine with yourself and honest with yourself and not afraid of even the people who share your opinions, you know, don't be afraid of other K-pop fans and K-pop stans and BTS stans of telling you you're not allowed to like something more than something else, or you're not allowed to have a favorite, or you're not allowed to be able to. I'm allowed to rank them. Doesn't mean I hate one or dislike one or anything like that. It just means that just like you guys are allowed to say you have a bias, don't let anybody else tell you that you can't have a bias. Don't let anybody else tell you that you can't like a certain member, or you can't be like, oh, I've never really saw this member. You know, I don't know much about this member. Don't let nobody tell you you're wrong for that. You know, I don't know if anybody else is fitting in my shoes, because I'm trying to speak from a personal experience where I was told like, no, you're not allowed to have a favorite. Yeah, I am, because I do. And that's one of the reasons why I'm making this video, is because it's kind of like a middle finger to toxic K-pop stans and BTS stans. It is kind of like a middle finger to them for being toxic and telling people that you're not allowed to feel a certain kind of way. So anyways, guys, I appreciate you for coming out. I hope you had a good time, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.